Hey everyone, it's Daphne here. Hey Michelle, there's my homesteading friend. Now I want to talk to you, who's also doing vegetables and learning everything about, I don't know, do you have chickens, Michelle? Michelle moved from Calgary. And I can't hear you, Michelle. She's showing, I'm wondering if she's showing us an incubator. Nah, you're muted. I don't know.
Hang on.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yay. But now I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm here.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Yay. It's working. All right.
And you have chickens or not?
No, we have no chickens yet. We haven't moved to our acreage yet. We're moving in June next year. So for now, we're living in this really old 1976 bungalow.
1976 is not old, Michelle.
Well,
everyone, my house
in Calgary, it's old.
Our farmhouse is 85 years old. There are mice everywhere. Like it's just a normal thing. There's spiders. Anyway, come and visit me all the same. You've all followed me on Facebook, or some of you have, and you've seen what we've done on the outside of our property during the summer. Darren's made it into a wedding venue, or made it that we could use it for a wedding venue. But inside, it's still an old farmhouse. Okay. Yes. And I have the mice that are here. Anyway, I'm excited to teach tonight. I'm going to be teaching on metabolic health. I'm going to be teaching on something I think all of us need to actually face. I'm 56. And the reason I tell you that is because I am at that stage where I'm going, what are my sugar levels like? What are my my lipid levels? What are my cholesterol like? Because I want to live a long and healthy life. Okay. So I've invited you all here. Some of you've got samples of the college, and some of you've already bought the META PWR products, but you don't know how to use it. I am relational. I would prefer it if you were all in my home and we were having a glass of wine or a cup of coffee together, but that's not the case. So ask any questions at the end or even during the presentation. I'm going to use my PowerPoint, and that'll keep me on track, which you will be grateful for. Let's find that quickly. PowerPoint, there we are. Okay, so we're teaching on how to live your most powerful life. And go to slideshow. Let's start with this video. It'll give you an idea of what we're going to be addressing.
Today is the day that everything changes. Look at you. You're so young, vibrant, and full of energy. So much more life ahead of you, and yet already so wise. I wonder, did you know that? What I know now? That when you made this choice, it would set us on a course for a truly rich and powerful life. You wanted an edge, a little extra flexibility, faster recovery from those spontaneous adventures, feeling good, clear mind, confidence, and abundant energy to embrace everything you set your sights on. Yes, including him. Your commitment to wellness gave me the hope I have today. Motherhood changes your world. Some days things may feel a little upside down. The juggle is so real. But mostly you hold it all together with ease and grace, keeping up with the kids, crushing it at work. Every room you walk into feels more alive. And because of her, you have a new reason to recommit to yourself. Your healthy habits become the legacy you hand down. In all the years to come, you're still full of energy. You still have an edge. Yes, your body changes, but mostly in ways that you love. You still go on spontaneous adventures. You can still keep up with the kids. And you still embrace everything life has to offer. Because of this day and your commitment to everyday sense, to move with intention, to eat well, to laugh often, to stay centered, to teach by example, to reach for every advantage. Every day you made a commitment to me, your future self. So I just want to say thank you for the choice you make today to live your most powerful life.
Oh, there we are. And I can see a few have joined us. Hi, Sherry. One of the things I want to say before I get into teaching about MetaPower, this system is different to lifelong vitality. And I know that some of you are on lifelong vitality and your health has actually been so changed and impacted. Does anyone actually have a story about LLV? Like, I will not live without those supplements. I know, Audrey, you've been on them. Why do I have a dog in here? I have a dog. Normally I thought I'd have the kittens, but lifelong vitality is the foundation. Okay. This is another range of supplements that doTERRA have brought in because they've looked at metabolic health being a reason why many people are not going into later years healthy. All right. So back to sharing my screen. Okay. So this just gives you an idea. Oh, here we go again. Okay, so live your most powerful life. So there's a few things that I want to do today. I want to talk about, or tonight, I want to talk about what metabolism is or what metabolic health is and why we as a group here and why many others actually need a metabolic health awakening. We're going to look at the relationship between a health span, that's how long we're living, biological aging, and our metabolic health, because there's definitely a connection. And then I'm going to show you the tool that doTERRA have come out with to help with this process. Okay. Now I might just need to mute you all. There's someone who's got noise. Okay. So grab a pen if you have one, or if you don't. I just want you to look at these 6 areas of your life. And I want you to rate yourself on where you're at. Okay, out of 10, like 1 to 10, 10 being excellent, you know, what is stopping you from living your most powerful life? You know, how is your energy? How's your weight? How's your mood? What about sleep? What about clarity? Clarity means like your brain fog is not there. You don't walk into a room and go like, why was I here? But you've actually got clarity. And what is your stress level like? Because those are the 6 areas that will actually, for many people, will hold them back from living their most powerful life. Okay, so I just want you to take like 1 minute and think to yourself, where can I improve? Or am I 10 out of 10 in all of those areas? Okay, whoopsie, jumping. Sorry. Okay, anybody like to share? You'll have to unmute yourselves.
I can share.
Love you to share, Michelle.
Since moving, my sleep has improved and my stress level has improved some. I think just I was working a lot, and I was working 30 hours a week, and that has changed. I'm home now, homeschooling the kids. So I think that was a big contributor. Of course, there was a stressful time when we were just moved and things, but that's improved. But I wake up a lot still. Like, I sleep so much better than I used to, but I still wake up like multiple times a night. I fall asleep again, which is an improvement. But But I'd say my energy, my mood, and my clarity are still quite like kind of 5, 6 out of 10, not up there. It depends on the day a little bit, but my mood is doing this a lot. And I think a lot of that could be just transition and stress and moving, transitioning with homeschooling too. That's no small feat, but I'd like it to not be so like drastic if possible. Like, there's a lot of that is personality, but yeah, I think I could use some improvement there for sure.
Michelle, thanks for sharing. And I'm imagining that there's a husband listening through the wall.
Oh, actually, no. Yes, he's running an errand. So,
but every time we don't sleep well, your cortisol is out of whack. Okay, and that's a hormone that then results in like stomach fats. Okay, so sleep is really important. Michelle, I also don't sleep through the night. I think it's because of the amount of water I drink, but I do fall asleep really quickly. So I'll go to the loo and I'll be back again. Does anyone else relate to that? Okay. Yep. So thanks for sharing. Anybody else want to share like where you're at?
I find, like for me, I find that my energy level isn't where it once was. Like I struggle with that. Like I feel like my sleep is pretty good. I go to the gym and that's helpful. My diet is relatively good, but I struggle definitely with energy throughout the day.
Okay. Well, thanks.
I do have energy, but it seems like by 3 o'clock, it's just like I'm done for the day.
Okay.
So maybe I'm doing lots between now and then. I don't know. Maybe my body's just saying, I need to just call it a day at around that point, especially when I'm at work and stuff. But I don't know. Or maybe I'm just not accepting my age.
Okay. So that is something that happens as we get older. Our energy levels do go down. As we get older, we tend to think that the aches and the pains is just part of getting old. We think that your clarity, your mind, and that's just what happens when you get old. I'm wanting to tell you that that's not the way I want to live. Okay. My ideal is that I get this body into the place where it's in optimal metabolic health, that it's in the place that I live to be 90, God willing, where I'm flying to South Africa or Zimbabwe. I'm not needing a wheelchair, that I have mental clarity, and I get to Zimbabwe, and those who know, we have land there and we do a lot of work with children under normal circumstances before COVID. And I imagine that I'm out there doing kids camps. Maybe I'm not the 90-year-old who's running around with the water gun in her hands and shooting the kids, but I'm still there loving those children, sharing God's love with them, and I have all the energy for that. And I have the cognitive presence. And then basically, I go home that night, one of the days with Darren, and I fall asleep. That would, and then, hey, that's my end of my life. I really look at old age homes here, one in Innisfil, and I drive past the seniors home and I go, oh my goodness, I don't want to be in that place where I don't have cognitive function, where I cannot go to the washroom because I've not exercised. Okay. So, and I'm sure all of you would agree, but we have to make choices. And so when doTERRA, they've supported us with so many things. What happened about 3 months ago is they came and they said, we are launching a product range that we really believe is so necessary for people. And that's the whole area of metabolic health. How to address all those areas and to improve all of those areas. So thank you two for sharing. All right, so energy, weights. My weights would be the area that I'm most concerned about, okay? But it is getting less. And I even had Bryson comment yesterday, says, Mommy, you're looking good, okay? My energy level is up. My mood, I reckon it's a good mood 100% or 99% of the time. Sleep is good, clarity is good. And since moving to a farm with 26 chickens, I have no stress, okay? I really feel good about that. So we're going to look at the wellness pyramid. Some of you have been taught this by me already, because doTERRA is very much in, a whole it's not just take oils and your life changes. It's actually, nutrition is so important. So good, healthy eating, digestion with digestive enzymes. But they've gone and put the metabolism in here because they have stressed the importance of movement, getting out and doing, at least 10,000 steps a day. Older women, actually everyone, but as we get older, we need to do weights. Okay, it's really important that we do that. Rest and managing stress, reducing toxins, and I love teaching on that, but getting rid of toxic things in your home. Toxic products that we put on us, on our skin, toxic products we use for cleaning, informed self-care, and then proactive medical care. And that's where I'm very much involved in people's lives, is telling them that they can advocate for their health and make decisions. My doctor knows this about me, okay? That she can suggest something, but I'm likely going to be saying, well, I'm going to try something else. Like I'm going to go to a chiropractor, even though she tells me she doesn't agree with a chiropractor. But anyway, so that's proactive. So we're going to look at what is metabolic health. Really, metabolic health is the way your body processes the food that you eat. It's the way it processes the macronutrients, the fats, the carbohydrates. And is it processing it in such a way that it is, it's optimally healthy for you, or the optimal health? So there's 5 pillars we're going to look at: healthy eating, daily movement, healthy connections. That would be having relationships in your life that are encouraging and supportive. Okay, so, who do you surround yourself with? Stress management, what do we do, or how do we handle stress? And then smart supplementation, because there's so many supplements out there. And I mean, I was even using them before doTERRA because I had no education, going to Costco and just buying their vitamins, or, standing at a health food store thinking, where do I start? Because I'm menopausal and, in my 50s. So smart supplementation. So healthy eating would be whole food eating, eating a lot of vegetables, a lot of not processed. Okay, so eating as close to the source as possible. And that is why likely Michelle and I have loved living on acreage. And Carol, I know she's in the same boat as me. I've loved the season where we've grown our own food. Now, I grew about 500 potatoes this season. So if anybody needs potatoes, I definitely have enough to give away. I didn't know that you should only plant a few bags of potatoes. I planted 5 bags of seed potatoes. Anyway, one of the studies that doTERRA have done, or have gone and looked at more, is just what is the metabolic health like of the average North American person. And only 6.8% are actually in the optimal metabolic health. That means there's a whole group of us, and I'm including myself in the us part, okay, because I know my weight is not in optimal condition. My cholesterol is also a concern for my doctor. So there's only 6.8% that are in the healthy range. Now, metabolic health and your biological age are inseparable. Have any of you been somewhere lately where you've seen someone, maybe a class reunion, or just you've been to a party, or you've hung out with people, and you've come home and you said, to your husband or someone, I can't believe how amazing that person looks. They do not look their age at all. Okay. Or you've come home and you've gone like, oh my goodness, they have aged. And you almost go like, I look better than they do. Well, that has got to do with your metabolic health. And because it is connected to biological aging, the healthiness of your cells, if you've looked after your body, is going to be seen on the outside. I have a friend, Carol knows her well. Some of you will know her name's Kimberly Malusis. She's one of my closest friends from Toronto. She's 52 years of age. When you meet her, you would think she's in her 30s. She is beautiful on the outside and on the inside. The reason why is she started I don't think she's ever sunburnt. but she has looked after herself well. She eats organically. She exercises. She has 0 fat on her. I think it's just part of her genes. What do you think, Carol? Genetically. But, you know, she doesn't let any dairy, any gluten or refined sugar go past her lips. She's really, and she looks amazing. Okay. And then on the other hand, I meet 52-year-olds that I go, oh, they look more like they're in their 60s because they're not exercising, they're not eating healthy. And so they're not looking after their cells, after these bodies, okay? Wherever we are today, how many of you on here? The 13 of us. Today can actually be a day where you make changes. You make, you know, a few changes in the right direction. Audrey, when I look at you, you inspire me. Because I reckon you're in the 6.8% of good metabolic health. Okay, I really do. Because I see the way you exercise, I see the way you eat. I don't know, you know, how much stress you have being a teacher, but I do know that's a little stressful. But you inspire me because I look at you and I go, she looks amazing. To have 5 children. Okay, so I want to encourage you with your metabolic health, obviously, because I'm invited you to this. So let's look at how these two are inseparable. I'm going to show you a few videos. This first one is by Dr. Osgothorpe. It's only about 5 minutes, but I really appreciate what he teaches in this video. He's one of doTERRA's, he's actually doTERRA's primary physician.
Hi, I'm Dr. Russell Osgothorpe, and I'm so thrilled to talk with you about health span. Just to be clear, health span is not the same thing as lifespan. Lifespan is the number of years we live, whereas health span is the number of years we live healthy. Now, I know that many of you have seen this graph several times, but it is so important to our understanding of the MetaPWR system that I'm going to go into greater detail than we ever have before. Because if you understand this graph, you'll take MetaPWR the rest of your life and be able to share it more effectively with others. If we consider our lifespan, the number of years we are alive, on the horizontal axis here, and our health span, the quality of our cognitive and physical performance on the vertical axis here, we can draw a curve that represents what naturally happens to our health span as we age, shown here in gray. However, the reality is we live in an incredible time where medicine and science can extend our lives. This dark blue line represents what happens when we use the best of medicine to try and manage issues related to a poor lifestyle. As these interventions improve our numbers, like blood sugar, blood pressure, and lipids, we can gain a modest amount of health span and lifespan. But what is staggering to me is how little benefit is derived from decades of this type of management. Look how close that blue line is to the gray line. It's incredibly minimal. As we near the end of our life on the blue line, you can see how through heroic use of life-extending medical technology, we can extend an individual's lifespan by a few years. But look at the quality of life that person is experiencing. Our lives might be extended by these heroic medical efforts, but one could argue that they are not enriched. Finally, let's look at the orange line. This is more typical for master athletes and people stacking healthy lifestyle habits consistently throughout their lives. What is most impressive about this group of people is that health span and lifespan can both be significantly improved. People who optimize their metabolism through daily exercise, diet, relationships, stress management, and of course, smart supplementation can not only potentially live longer, but add life to those years. Here's my dream, my why for my health span. Well into my 90s, I want to be able to spend a day, many days, out fly fishing with my posterity. I'd be able on any of those days to back my truck down the ramp, unload my drift boat, launch that boat, and then row that boat myself all day long. Watch my kids and posterity catch boatloads of fish. And then at the end of my life, I'd go home from a day of fishing, enjoy dinner with my family, and peacefully pass away in my sleep. That would be a health span that matches or equals my lifespan. Let me show you how that works. Let's assume that here on the vertical axis, we have 100% quality of cognitive and physical health during young adulthood. Now let's draw a line across this chart at 50% function. This is the stage of physical and cognitive health span where we are still capable of caring for ourselves, still living independently. We might not be running a 10-minute mile anymore, but we are probably able to walk a brisk 15-minute mile without difficulty with our kids or grandkids. Said differently, above this line, you can still do the things you want to do, although you might notice slight declines in your performance as you age closer to that 50% line. Below this line, living independently becomes more difficult due to cognitive decline or having enough physical strength and stamina to perform our daily activities. Now, if we continue that line at 50% function across the chart, look at where it intersects the blue line versus the orange line. This is what you need to understand. Look at what you can gain when you optimize your metabolism. Look at those years, but more importantly, look at the life that is added to those years. Currently, in North America, toward the end of our lifespan, we spend about 8 years, sometimes as many as 15 years, dealing with challenges that take away our quality of life and lower our health span. We can't always have a health span that lines up perfectly with lifespan, but we can certainly do better. Our lifestyle choices can extend our health span, full stop. When we combine a mindful and consistent approach to our diet, movement, stress management, relationships, and smart supplementation, we can maximize all the efforts we make in improving our lifestyle and then reap the benefits for all of our years to come. There are no magic paths to achieve this goal of prolonged health span. It will require serious effort by teams of caring and coordinated people. That is what we excel at. Have you helped people change their lives with doTERRA essential oils? METAPWR will now allow you to impact not only individual lives, but generations. Here's the even better news. It does not matter where you are on the curve or how old you are when you start. Any lasting efforts made by an individual to make improvements in their lifestyle will reap tremendous benefits for years to come.
So, I mean, he explains it really well because of, you know, the way the medical system is, especially in North America. We are living longer. But the longer, the 8 years, or for some people, the 15 years, is not optimal health. They're not living a good life, okay? And so what is it that we can do as an overall to those extra years that we've got to live really, really healthy? And it's not just taking these supplements that I'm going to talk about. You've heard him talk about exercise, stress, relationships. So the lifespan and the health span gap. At the age of 25 is when we start to actual age. Okay, the aging process starts to take place. Our NAD steadily drops. And I'll talk about NAD later. I'll also talk about NMN, nicotinamide monoglutamate. It's this long word, okay? Because the collagen actually has NMN in it, and it helps as a precursor to NAD. But NAD is a molecule that steadily drops from 25 onwards. And then when we get to the age of 50, there is like a big feeling or drop in, you know, in the aging process. But we, with the things that I'm going to be sharing, can change or reverse that. Okay. So some of the obstacles, there's 4 areas that doTERRA have looked at. One is how to stop fat cells from maturing. Yippee. How to stop blood sugar spiking. How to keep our cells in this body, everybody, very healthy. And how to put away inferior supplements and look at supplements that can actually help with the process. So maturing fat cells. What would it feel like to live your most powerful life? So out they come with the META PWR system. And I have actually got the products here with me, and I'll show you in the next 20 minutes, going to show you how you actually incorporate the META PWR products in your lifestyle, but what they do and why they were created. So the first thing is looking at maturing fat cells. And they've used this image with balloons to show the fat cells, the adipose fat cells. When we actually lose weight, like, I have stomach fat that arrived when I went through menopause, okay? And actually when I wasn't sleeping well and all the cortisol, and related to hormones, you've got these fat cells on you. And when we lose weight, all that's really happening is that the fat cells are diminishing. They're not totally disappearing. There's only a certain percentage of fat cells that die yearly and get replaced. So doTERRA went after, we need to find a way to help people reduce the amount of fat cells in their bodies, because that is, leads to things like cholesterol problems. I mean, any fat around our stomach area is not good. It's a strain on our organs. So they've come out with the METAbolic blend is what it's called. And it's the META PWR. Let me just stop sharing. I'll show you. So this is the essential oil. You can see, I mean, I've only got about a quarter left because I've been using it a lot since I've bought the kit. It is the exact oils that were in the Slim and Sassy blend or Smart and Sassy blend. But they changed the amount of lemon, the amounts of grapefruit. They reduced, and I actually have an image on my Total Health community group showing you the changes that they made. It came with a lot of studies and a lot of trials to see which combination of oils really does the things it wants to do. So this META PWR oil, it's the metabolic blend now. What it does is it reduces sugar cravings, reduces your appetite, and it shrinks fat cells. That's the primary thing it does. For me, the biggest change I've seen is I do not look for chocolate at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon anymore. I'm not going, I need sugar. I've almost, I haven't given it up completely, because the sugar that I have in my home is going to be natural sugar like honeys and coconut sugar. But that is how it's worked for me. So they've put it into not only in the oil, which you can use in your water, but they've actually included it into a gum. So here's the gum here. And I've got 2 bags of the gum. I've got one in my office and I have one in my car. So every time I get in the car, I'm popping gum, knowing that I'm actually chewing the essential oil, and it's going to help with those 3 areas. Sugar cravings, it's going to inhibit fat cell maturation, and it's going to support a healthy metabolic health. They've also put it into the beadlets. So we're familiar with beadlets. Okay, I've got a few in my hand here because we've got the peppermint beadlets and there's the On Guard. But these are just a quarter drop of oil. And, if you're starting to feel a little hungry, or you feel like something sweet, just pop a beadlet. That's getting you a quarter drop of oil. And then the other way another way they've introduced it is just in a soft gel. So I take 3 of these a day. I take 1 in the morning, 1 at lunch. I mean, it's a soft gel. See if I can hold it. I've got fingernails. A soft gel that has the essential oils in it. Maybe you don't like the taste of this blend. I love it. It's in all of my water. So I'm actually getting a lot of this into, the gum or the soft gel 3 times a day, and the oil in my water. I'm going to share a video by one of my friends, Ange Peters.
I knew I wanted to come in and see if I could come off of sugar. And I wanted to stretch my fasting window a little bit, because that's something I had been incorporating as part of my release of the old. And so I was really happy with that. But all of the other things that came with it were unexpected, delightful surprises. The first product I tried within the system was the actual oil blend, just adding it to my water. And I loved the flavor profile of it. It's light, has that perfect amount of mint and citrus, and it actually is now my preferred oil to add to water. I've been living a foundation of wellness for years. And I think because I have a good baseline in place, I'm actually able to really detect the impact that a change is having in my body. And I was able to see that I was, without effort, doing a lot more throughout the day. So when I see that, I see my metabolic health working at a new level in my body, really. I think one of my favorite results through integrating these products was being able to kick sugar, because I can see how that had a grip on me. So I'm so happy to be free of that. And I actually, let's see, as of today, I haven't had sugar in over 2 months. So I'm thrilled, and I've completely lost my taste for it. So we're done. We've broken up.
She's such a sweetie. She's moved to Florida, as you can see. She's from Ontario. That's why she's on a beach. Okay, so obstacle one, we've done the maturing fat cells. The second one, and this one excites me a lot, is how to address the sugar spikes. How, when we eat a meal, and it often happens with a meal that's got a lot of processed food, a lot of carbohydrates, your sugar spikes, and then there's this drop. So they actually related to, like, when you're in a car and you're speeding, you know, you put your foot down on the accelerator and you go very fast and then you brake. That is not good. There's going to be wear and tear on the car. And the same with our bodies. When we have a sugar spike and then a drop, and then a sugar spike and a drop, it wears down our bodies and it actually ages us. You know, I wish I could do things over again, because as a mom raising kids, I would have eliminated sugar as much as possible. Okay, because I watch what my own sister-in-laws give my nieces and nephews, and I go, oh, if only they wouldn't do that, because it's just teaching them, you know, not the healthiest habits. So doTERRA have come out with this, the META Power Assist, and it's a smaller bottle. Here's the two, the META Power Advanced, the META Power with the oil in it, the soft gels, and then you got your META Power Assist. What does it do? You take this 20 minutes before you have a meal, and it's only once a day. You could do it before every meal, but they say, look at your biggest meal in the day, and that is when you take it. All right. And what it's doing, it's decreasing post-meal glucose spikes. It reduces the absorption of simple carbohydrates. It supports healthy blood sugar responses, and it stabilizes your energy throughout the day. Now, it's going to be really interesting as we see this journey unfold with people that actually have diabetes using this. Now, I have a friend, I'm waiting to see more and hear more testimonies, but I do have one friend who's got diabetes, and she said to me, Daphne, let me tell you what happened. On Saturday night, I had a piece of pizza, and I did not feel good. And she checked her sugar, you know, she tested herself, and she said, my insulin was, not my diabetes, my sugar levels were so high. And then I went and I took a META Power Assist and I dropped. Okay. And so what testimonies we are hearing is that a decrease for some people in 40% in their sugar levels. And so, yes, I think that is pretty powerful. And, you know, more and more testimonies and more studies, doTERRA are going to patent this, and then they will, with all their doctors, there will be papers written. So we actually have statistics, right? So that excites me a lot. I had my milkshake this afternoon, and I actually felt my sugar spiking, and I went, oh, let me go and get a META Power Assist. So you go, well, is it going to be beneficial if I take it right then? And doTERRA, the doctors are telling us, yes, it is. If you sit down to a meal and you've forgotten to take the META Power Assist, go and grab one quickly. Now, preferably take it 20 minutes beforehand. So just showing my screen. I'm going to skip this video just for time. He's got an awesome testimony to share, but
whenever I was
We'll just skip him. All right, so the third one is cellular integrity. How do we keep our cells really healthy? And this is where the collagen comes in. So it's called the META PWR advantage. And that is when you look good on the outside and you're feeling good on the inside. So here we are. I've got my box here. I have bought 3 boxes already. Why? Because I keep sampling people, because I want people to feel, I don't know if 3 days worth is going to make anyone feel as good as I do right now. But if you've not got the META PWR advantage and you want to try it, I'm willing to put 3 in the mail to you. Okay. I just ask you to give me some feedback. So collagen. Before doTERRA, I was using collagen. Is anybody else using collagen? Just give me a wave. Okay. And who else? Oh, like Jean, Parisa, Carol, Michelle. I just used it because I had a friend say, Daphne, you know, you're in your 50s now. Your skin is going to start getting wrinkled. Your joints are going to start getting sore. And I go like, and she said, you need to have collagen. So I just went online. I didn't do any research, guys. It's not a good thing for me to confess right now. So I never checked out how many types of collagen are in there. Is it marine or bovine? None of that. I have learned so much in the past 3 months about collagen. What I do know now is that we need it. Our body produces collagen naturally, but as we get older, it's diminishing, okay? And we need collagen, muscles, joints, skin. It's all made up of collagen. And so how do we, if we wanting to look at anti-aging or want to keep, you know, pain-free, no joint problem, muscles working well, everything, we do need collagen. And so doTERRA's collagen, we'll look at how it's different to others and why it's more than just a collagen. So yes, it promotes healthy biological aging. It improves your health span. It improves cognitive function. So this is where people are feeling like the light bulb has gone on, where they can think more clearly. I have found that, like, sure, I'm actually a very energetic personality and I can get a lot done, but I'm getting more done than I normally do. Like from here, I'm doing this and then I'm doing that. Okay, so I'm getting a lot. Really, I'm being very productive and I'm so happy about that. Supports lean muscle and connective tissue and improves skin elasticity and firmness. And you all made to say, Daphne, I can't believe that you've got a 30-year-old. On Friday, Braden turns 30 and he also gets married. So no one knows that, but he's going to get married in court on Friday. But yeah, I can't believe I've got a 30-year-old. How did that happen? So let's look at how this META PWR advantage is what it's called. It's in a sachet, okay, just like this, where you cut the top off and you put it into a glass of water. Here is, I've never met her personally, but she is a doctor. And I heard her testimony.
One of the first things I noticed was an increase in my mental clarity. As a single mom with 2 kids running a medical practice, brain fog is a real thing, and it's really difficult sometimes for me to switch gears in between patients and wearing my mom hat. And that's one of the big things that I have noticed during the time I've been on METApower, that energy, that clarity and focus is sustained. 2 to 3 weeks in, people started making comments about my skin, like, your skin is glowing. I walked into this event and the teacher was like, you're glowing today, Dr. Anderson. And I was like, METApower. But those are things that I just didn't expect to happen. I feel like I've been fighting to get under the 200-pound marker for the last 3 years. I played college basketball. I competed in pageants and fitness competitions. So I've seen my body in tip-top shape. I was kind of getting to the point where I thought, this is the new mom body. You're just going to have to live with it. You're not going to see those days again. You will never have an ab muscle again. In the first 30 days, I was able to release 14 pounds and got under the 200 mark, which I have not seen in 5 years. Feeling the energy, feeling the mental clarity, seeing the shift in the body, game changer.
So one of the side benefits of this whole range is weight loss, but it's not what doTERRA focuses on. Okay, so I have had people use METAPWR for a month and they say, Daphne, I've lost no weight. I could actually say the same. I've only lost 4 pounds, but I can feel that my clothes fit differently. I'm also at the gym. And so I'm putting on muscle, not, I'm not like Parisa, your journey's been amazing. And I asked you why, how you're losing weight. You're not doing any major dieting. You're just changed your eating.
Yep. Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation. But Carol's been on the METAPWR products. What did you change, Carol? I don't know if she changed anything except
I didn't change much. And I lost 12 pounds. So
she's lost 12 pounds. And people are noticing and they've said, what are you doing? Now imagine if she did change a few things. Okay. Hey, Carol. Right now she's wanting to change her job because it's most probably not her ideal job. She's sitting at a desk every day. But I'm very proud of Carol and Parisa. I'm very proud of you. All right.
Thank you.
But it is not a focus of this is going to be, I'm going to lose weight quickly, because we know that that's not a good thing. It needs to be the exercise, taking the products, healthy eating, reducing stress, healthy relationships. Okay. But I've said to Carol, she keeps saying, Daphne, my dream is to live on an acreage and to grow my own vegetables. That's what I plan to do. And I said, Carol, in order to do that, the two of us, we have to stay healthy, because gardening, it's down and up and down and up. Like, it's a lot of work, a lot of physical work. So, but some people do not lose the weight, but they feel all the other side benefits, which are awesome. Okay, so let's look at how doTERRA's collagen is different to the other collagens on the market. Well, one of the things is the way they've created it. It's 12 times more bioavailable. It's when we take the collagen, it actually breaks down really quickly and easily and is absorbed into our body, and it goes to work in lots of areas, not just your skin, okay, not just your muscles, not just your joints, actually all of it. The second thing is there are 9 unique collagen types that are in here. They source this collagen from fish in Italy, so it is marine based. It's not bovine. It's not from cows. It doesn't have shellfish in though. So, but if you do have a shellfish allergy, it's not something that you want to be taking. And then the next thing is that it's activated by you. So it's not in a liquid form that you have to look up, store and stabilize it in the fridge or anything. It's just in a sachet like this. I cut the top off, put it into a bottle of water, shake it. I actually have a little frother, a little blender, and I just put in water and I froth it and I drink it. It tastes good. It needs to be in cold water. You can add it to your smoothies if you wish. I take mine in the morning. I take it before I've taken anything else on an empty stomach. I have tried taking it at night, but I did not sleep that night. The amounts of energy that I had, the brain was going too fast with all the things that needed doing. So I take it first thing in the morning. You only need to take 1 packet, unless there are some people that are super users. And a super user would be someone who, maybe they have a lot of their metabolic health is not in a good place at all. They are going to be taking the assist before every meal and maybe taking 2 packets of collagen a day. But for the average person, 1 is enough, okay? So marine collagen, and you'll see the 9 types are here. Collagen 1, it's related to skin beauty. Collagen 2, bone protection. Let me move the video over. The main component of cartilage. Collagen 3, your dermis and your epidermis, so that's your skin. 4, stabilizing the structure of number 1 and number 2. Number 6, muscle function and cell membranes. And inhibiting of cell apostasis and oxidative stress. Collagen 7, cartilage growth, plates, joints, and invertebral discs. And then Next one, supports normal brain aging, collagen 11, collagen fibrilin. So lots of different areas. Now, to be honest, some of those things I need to study up more on because, you know, I look at that and I go, I should ask Anne. She's a nurse. What is apostasis? I'm not sure. Does anybody know? Anne, would you know? Apoptosis. Okay, I'm going to go and find out what that is. The other thing about this collagen, so is that it's called adaptive.
Daphne,
Advantage.
Daphne,
Yes.
this is Auntie Pam. The word apoptosis means that like when frankincense goes in and finds a nucleus that is not healthy, it explodes it so that it does not continue to reproduce. So apoptosis is the act of exploding a defective type cell.
Thank you, Pam. There was a reason why you needed to be here tonight. My Californian friend, she's always telling me how hot it is there, and I'm always telling her how cold it is here. Thank you.
We're going to be 68 for the high tomorrow, so we just don't have your snow.
All right, it's getting a little cold. Thanks, Pam. So this is the advantage, okay? Everything that is in here. And so we can look at the marine collagen, and it strengthens skin, joints, connective tissues. But all of these other products are incredibly powerful components of the advantage. So it's got the oils in it that help with the metabolic health, with, you know, reducing fat cells, suppressing your appetite. You know, Darren, he's not been good with, like me. I take 3, I take 1, I make sure all my water has it, you know, has the oil in. My husband just takes the advantage. He just takes the collagen. And if he remembers with me nagging him to take the assist before a meal, he takes it. But Darren has lost weight. And I would say he's got no weight to lose, but he goes, Daphne, my love handles have gone. Okay. And he has to tighten his belt now. So, and that likely is because of the blend that's in there, because it's still is getting the essential oil. But red orange fruit extract, NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide. Now, I want to read something to all of you right now, because I know about NMN. First time I ever heard about it was 3 months ago when they were telling us about the collagen and told us it's got NMN. And I was going like, what on earth is NMN? But it's a precursor that supports NAD. And then again, I was going, what is NAD? I want to read some of the things that I understand about NMN and how important it is and why they've gone and put it in there. Okay, let me just find this quickly. So here we are. META PWR Advantage is full of NMN, and for good reasons. It's a precursor to NAD. NAD helps your body convert food into energy while protecting the mitochondria. As we get older, from the age of 25, and then definitely at the age of 50 onwards, our NAD levels decline. And it's when there's this decline, there's a close link related to various metabolic disorders, including diabetes, fatty liver disease. So as our NAD goes down, that's why we see more metabolic diseases around, okay? So they've gone to put NMN in the collagen, which is a precursor to the NAD. There are over 100 scientific papers about NMN and 34 items of human research. Anti-aging research at places like Harvard identify it as a promising molecular piece to the longevity puzzle. In a 2017 Chinese paper goes as far as saying that NMN reverses Alzheimer's. NMN reportedly unlocks greater reserves of physical strength, addresses arthritis, and serves as an anti-inflammatory in the body. Okay, everything I've said right now, I cannot say online. I will not be able to share this video publicly, but really the NMN that they put in there, the clinical studies they've shown is that it is going to help with the anti-aging portion and reverse aging and help to keep this brain healthy and help to keep this body healthy. Now I can see a few of you are chatting. I'll look at the chats in a moment. Okay. NAD, known may increase NAD in the body. Hyaluronic acid promotes healthier, more supple skin. Here in Innisfil, I'm working with a health food store. And when Dara looked at the ingredients for META PWR, she's going, oh my goodness, Daphne, these are awesome. Resveratrol may increase NAD in the body according to preclinical studies. Sea buckthorn fruit extract promotes antioxidant activity. Rose apple fruit extract promotes antioxidants. Okay, so really liposomal vitamin C and biotin, all amazing. And then the slide I'm showing you now, okay, it is American dollar, so don't look at the dollar value, okay? It's just a comparison of, if you look at the ingredients that are an advantage, if you had to break it down and compare it to other products that you could buy on the market, other supplements you could buy, that would do the same thing. Like the collagen is only $47 worth, but the NMN, 124, NADH, 29, liposomal vitamin C, 34, HLA, okay? You are, here this costs $84.50, plus 6% border tax for us. Really, we are getting such good value in not just a collagen, but a product that includes so many other things that are really good for our bodies. Okay, so we've looked at maturing fat cells, blood sugar spikes, cellular integrity, and we're just going to look at inferior supplementation. You know, it's making sure that we're putting things into our body that are really good, not like Daphne going online and just buying collagen from anywhere.
Here's what I think is really cool about these products. They will support every person in going to their next level.
Throughout life, we're all going to face different challenges and struggles. And for me, what I realized that when life was hard, when I was struggling, I would go to food to comfort me. And the difference for me that I've realized is that I'm not going to the chocolates. I'm not going to the pizza.
I found that when I do have those cravings, just chewing the gum or grabbing a couple of beadlets completely takes that away. And it's even gotten to a point where things that I normally would enjoy are almost too sweet for me now. It's like my body has just realized that we don't need that level of sugar intake.
Even if you don't know what changes you want to make within your health, these tools are going to help your body go there.
One of the things I've loved about this experience has been the quicker recovery after exercise. I've noticed after lifting or running that I recover much quicker, and I've really felt a lot stronger in the gym. Exercise just feels easier and I feel ready for it. And I don't need as long of a recovery time, so I'm able to go back a lot sooner.
With META PWR, I have so much energy. I sleep so great. My body is listening and moving in ways that it hasn't in years.
I got the products during my trip that I take every summer out to see my family. We were staying up late playing night games with my family the night before at our family reunion and all of this stuff. And that whole next day on my drive home, I didn't have to stop and get any caffeine to help stay awake. Like, I just felt this sustained energy throughout that whole day when normally that would have knocked me out.
I'm so much happier during the day because I feel rested. I feel like my brain is actually functioning the way it's supposed to, and I can think clearly.
My sugar cravings are down, and so I am enjoying food better, like real good food. And I literally feel young. I can't even put an age on it. I just feel young.
Michelle, one of the testimonies that a friend told me is that her kids actually said, "Mommy, you happier." We have a happy mom. So you never know. I mean, I've given you 3 packets. Let's see what it does. I'd love to know how, how it affects your mood. Oh, I've just seen Chantel's there. I haven't seen Chantel for a while. Hi, Chantel. So yes, a happy mom. All right, we're almost done. So how do we take it? So just a suggestion, the oil, you're going to take the essential oil or the beadlet or the gum sometime in the day. Whatever your preference is. The second thing is the assist is going to be done with your largest meal 20 minutes before the largest meal. If you forget to take it 20 minutes before, you can take it at the same time. And I did tell you that there are some people that are taking it with every meal because their metabolic health is not in a good place. Okay, but the average person just needs to take 1 a day before their biggest meal. The advantage, again, is just 1 sachet a day. You pour the contents into, a glass of water, shake it up or dissolve. It dissolves so easily, and then you enjoy. I love the taste. I haven't gone, oh, this doesn't taste good. It tastes really nice. So just a schedule. And I have the schedule on my Total Health Facebook group. It's just a suggestion. Take 2 drops of the META PWR in your water in the morning, and then take the collagen advantage in the morning. Maybe take a soft gel with your lifelong vitality. At daytime, you're going to do the assist, the smaller bottle, which stops the sugar spiking. If it's your largest meal of the day, then maybe you're going to take some gum or a beadlet, anything to stop the sugar cravings. And then the evening, take the META PWR assist if it's your largest meal. Maybe take a soft gel after dinner, and then the gum or the beadlets, okay? And then you really want to support it with a lifestyle. So, I use a lot of the greens. I definitely know that lifelong vitality has made the biggest change to my health. I think, when I started LLV, we call it 8 years ago, my restless legs were so bad. And I did not have energy. I needed to nap every afternoon. So just as an example right now, I typically would not teach at nighttime. I've been teaching the past 3 weeks, at least 2 classes at night. And the reason I would not teach in the past is because I was too tired. I just go at the end of the day, that's it, my doTERRA workday is finished, 5 o'clock. 10 o'clock comes and I still have energy. And Darren says, hey, it's bedtime. I go like, no, love, there's something to be done. Rusks, I need to clean the kitchen. Like there's creativity. I have so much energy. There is no nap needed anymore. Okay. And I'm so grateful for that. And if I do nap, it's like a 5 or 10 minute power nap. Long gone are the afternoon Sunday snoozes. Okay. Because this body is getting what it needs with a foundation of lifelong vitality and then the META PWR products. And that's going to be what I continue doing for the rest of my life because I'm feeling so good. So how do we get started? The whole system, the whole kit, the advantage, the assist, the gum is only available through the US, and it's $189. Okay. So I know some of you go like, oh, through the US, but one of the advantages through the US is that we don't have to pay sales tax here. We don't have that 5% sales tax. So I say to people, I'm prepared to do this because I want these products. We will see them come to Canada, but it's going to take at least a year to get the advantage here. And it's not because doTERRA are not trying. It's Health Canada who have all these rules in place. But here in Canada, we can get the oil and we can get the beadlets. So that is one start. But really, it is the advantage and the META PWR assist that I really, really want. And I really, really need. Okay, so there's the whole kit. 1st of November, which was yesterday, we didn't have to buy the whole system through the US. We could choose what we wanted to buy. So I went and just purchased the Advantage yesterday in my order because I wanted the Christmas products. Guys, if you don't know that the Christmas products went on sale yesterday, there's some of us know things go really quickly. Like I want a train diffuser for the one day I'll be a grandma. I don't know why I bought a train diffuser because I just think I need them. But there's one product that is 70% sold, and it's the hand cream that's got the oil from, what is it called, Carol?
Daphne, it's the
Melamine.
Melamine, and it's sold out at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay, so forget about that, guys. Thank you, Pam.
But the set is available the 14th with that hand cream in it.
Okay, so thank you, Pam. Now, Pam is in the US market. We have most of the products in Canada, or they're coming out. We actually have some of the products with the Christmas products in Canada, the US don't have at the moment. So you don't have to go through the US, except one of the things that I wanted was the cooking oils, and they sold out in Canada so quickly. So I had to shop through the States. But I mean,
I had to buy some through the US too, because I cook with oils, and I needed the entire set.
Yes, and they've got a new one. They've got the Thai oil. So not only is it the Italian, and then there's 3, they've actually got 4. So they brought in a 4th cooking oil. So yes, I shopped through the US yesterday because I wanted some of the Christmas products, which are limited time offers. They go really quickly. So you've seen now Canada, I think before even 5 a.m. in the morning, the cooking oils are gone. But I needed Advantage because Darren and I both on the META Power products. And because we spent 3 days in Utah at convention listening to all the science. You've only listened to me for an hour and a bit, but I had 3 days of META Power science and all the studies that we saw. So I am convinced that this product is going to make a difference in my health. All right, so but you can buy them separately. Now I'm going to show you when you buy them separately. Now I am pretending to be in the US market. Okay, so if you buy the Lifelong Vitality, most of you know this already, or if you buy the Advantage, you can choose up to 3 additional supplements for much, much cheaper. And the supplements that I always choose are the Terrazyme. I always choose the probiotics. And then typically I'll either go the Deep Blue because Darren has a lot of pain, but you can also get a second box of Advantage. Okay, and so this is what I chose, the Lifelong Vitality, and I added a box of META Power. Because we go through 2 boxes of LLV a month, and I'm going to go through 2 boxes of Advantage if Darren is consistent with taking it. Okay, and I hope he does. So is that the end? All right. One of the discussions I had, and I'm going to end with this. Well, Darren and I sat at the kitchen table, at the start of taking META Power. And I went and I said, Darren, you know what? We're making a commitment, another level of commitment to our health through taking the META Power Advantage and the Assist. And I said, are you prepared to do this, Darren? And he said, yes, I am. And I said, do you know what this is going to cost us monthly? Because the Lifelong Vitality is $96 a box. So that means both of us are investing $96 at least. And then I said, love, do you realize that a box of Advantage is $89 US? That means another $100 each. We are investing $400 in our health every month. And he said, yep, we're going to do this, love. And I went, I'm so grateful that doTERRA, I work for doTERRA. Well, I work for myself. But what I want to say in this, I know for some of you, when especially in the economy that we live right now, you go like, I can't do this. I need to put, Michelle, you've got 3 boys, don't you? Now you're homeschooling them, but they still cost money. Kids cost money. I'm out of that phase now. Weddings cost money. Okay. But, if you're in that place where you go, Daphne, I really want these products, and I can hear and I can see the benefit that it's having in your life, please let me show you how to share doTERRA. Have a workshop for me. Have some friends over. I believe that we are going to see many, many, many people's health changed through Advantage and through the Assist. If we can stop blood sugar spikes, if we can help people with their cholesterol and with their weights, they can definitely live a much healthier and longer life. So just reach out to me. I would love to help you with that. I build a business with doTERRA. You don't need to do that, but just sharing doTERRA gets you to the place where the products that you want every month are covered. And, there's other products I want from doTERRA, like the train diffuser. Okay. Anyway, do any of you have questions? Did you learn something new? Well, it's lovely having you all here, ladies. Just remember, I'm going to finish with this. I have a relationship with God. Most of you will know that. I know that God has created me and he has a destiny for me. I know that he has a plan for my life. And in order to do what that looks like, I have to be healthy. And I believe the same for every one of you. You have, you might not know what it is, but there is something unique and special that you are created for. And the only way that you can be the best version of you is by taking care of yourself. If you never take lifelong vitality, if you never take Advantage, eat healthy, exercise, get rid of stress, and have amazing relationships around you, because at least those changes are going to help you. Okay. Good night, everyone. Hey, Stacy. I love you, Stacy. She got the train diffuser. Hey, when did you join us? Did you hear any of my talk, Stacy?
I heard it all. I'm sure all the important stuff anyway.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, guys.